Vinland Saga has some of the most brutal, most beautifully shot violence in modern anime, and that's exactly what makes it one of the only shows that's actually against violence. Most action anime treats a great fight as the reward. Vinland Saga treats it as the wound. Here's how the show uses its own amazing shots against you. On the surface, this looks like every other prestige action anime. Weight behind every swing, sound design that makes you flinch, framing that would work paused as a poster. It's easy to watch these scenes the way you'd watch any hype reel. Pure spectacle. But that's the trap the show sets, on purpose. Early Vinland Saga wants you to feel the thrill of violence exactly the way young Thorfinn does, so that the back half can take that thrill away from you, piece by piece. Look at how the camera actually treats combat in the first arcs versus later ones. Early fights are shot close, fast, kinetic. You're inside the fight, adrenaline coated. But as the story turns, the camera starts pulling back. Wide shots, static holds, distance. The show isn't just changing tone through dialogue, it's changing your literal vantage point on violence, from participant to witness. That's a directorial choice, not an accident, and it's the clearest evidence that the amazing shots aren't there to glorify the fighting. They're building a visual argument that shifts under you as the story matures. Here's the part most highlight reels miss entirely. The show makes its violence gorgeous specifically so the cost lands harder. If the fights look cheap or chaotic, you could dismiss the pain that follows as just the story moving on. Instead, because you were given something to admire, the choreography, the line work, the impact frames, the guilt and hollowness that follow in the story actually cost you something too. You were complicit in finding it beautiful. That's a much harder thing for a show to pull off than just being brutal for shock value, and it's why comparisons to generic, dark and gritty anime miss what's actually happening here. Most amazing shots compilations of this show are full of swords and blood, but the frames that actually carry the theme are the ones on Thorfinn's face, before, during, and after. Watch how much screen time is spent on his eyes specifically. Wide and hungry early on, empty in the middle stretch, and later, quietly present in a way they never were before. The show is tracking an entire moral arc almost purely through facial framing, without needing a single line of narration to explain it. That's not incidental artistry, that's the thesis of the entire series, told visually. So when people share clips of Vinland Saga's best moments, they're usually sharing exactly the shots the show wants you to feel conflicted about later. The spectacle is real. The show earns every bit of its reputation for incredible animation. But it's not spectacle for its own sake. It's spectacle as bait, so that the eventual argument that violence has a cost even when it looks incredible actually lands on an audience that came in expecting a straightforward action story. That's what separates Vinland Saga from most anime that get called beautifully animated. The beauty isn't the goal, it's the setup. And once you see that, you can't unsee it in any fight scene the show gives you again. If you want a full breakdown of Thorfinn's arc specifically, let me know in the comments and I'll make that next. And if this changed how you watch the next fight scene, subscribe. This channel is all about looking past the surface of shows everyone thinks they already understand. Please like, repost, and subscribe, and I'll post more.